Okay, so we're going to install GC Studio, which will install GC Basic. Let's start in Google or your favorite browser. Just type in GC Basic download, GC Basic download. There it is. It's in my cut and paste buffer quite clearly. I've typed this many times before. Uh, and just take the top one, which is download. It's a good one. Don't worry about it. Just do it. You can take the SourceForge one. Actually, let's do the SourceForge one. Okay, so this is the home page for the project. It is GC Basic is quite clearly here, and if you click the download here, it will then download the application. It will take a few seconds just to kick it off, and then once that gets started, we'll have a quick overview of what else is up on this page. So, in my browser, in my Chrome browser, if I look at my desktop, top right-hand corner, just move into there. It's downloading. There's the icon downloading. If I just click that for us, we'll see it's going to take a few seconds to download it. Great. Let's have a look what else is on this web page whilst we're here then. We'll go to the desktop. What else was in here? If I just go back, you've actually got all the tools for helping you. So go back to the original page. Here we go with the download on it. You can see you've got many different tabs here, tabs across here. The important one is discussion. And in the discussion forum, you can actually post questions to us, create a topic. If you have any questions, you want any help, just type in your topic here. There's a help group here, and just type away whatever you request. Meanwhile, it's still downloading. So this is an important piece of support. If you want to get any questions in, please use the forum on here. And I'll just show you that. Zoom in a bit further. So if you want to create a topic, just click Create Topic, type in the subject, and then you can put it in the open discussion or help, whatever you feel is appropriate, and type in your issue. If you want to attach your test program or whatever your issue is, you can choose a file, and then all you have to do is, and I'll just move my desktop so you can see it, is post it. So there we go. That's a real quick overview of what's going on up in the forum whilst we're here. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, new download is available. So I'm going to click that download, GC Studio, setup, and you'll get window is protected. Now, sometimes you're going to get the allow your PC to make a change to your configuration. When that comes up, I will talk us through that, but you have to accept it. And when that comes up, we won't see it in the video because unfortunately it's in a protected mode, so I can't video it. But we'll carry on. Your window is protected. More info is our software. It's an unknown publisher because if someone's got $500, please send it to me and we'll buy the Microsoft licensing for certification. Right, anyway, GC Studio, run the setup anyway. I'll get rid of that. On my screen now, I've got user account. Do you want this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? The answer is yes. So that was the flash, the black screen that came up. Welcome to GC Studio. Let me zoom in on that for you so that we can see that. I will move that around so we can see it firmly. Just welcome to GC Studio setup. Great, I go next. Take the defaults. I carefully read the license. This is open source software, and this is the open source license agreement. I agree. Default folder, please take that. Next. And then it has two things you can do here. You can run GC Studio when it finishes, which is you should do that. And you can use legacy mode, which is an older editor IDE. It doesn't have a lot of functionality compared to the new one, so please don't select legacy mode unless you really know what you're doing. Install. Now it's proceeding to unpack, and it will install prerequisites. You may get the messages to install other DirectX or other .NET pieces of software missing from your configuration. Just install them. They're needed. So it's just doing the installation quite quick. It's just unpacking the complete toolchain and the tutorials show that complete tool chain. Now, I'm not going to clone my PitKit installation, but you can. If you have an existing installation, you can take your software and install it. PitKit Plus is for the PitKit 2 and PitKit 3. And it's my programming software that I retail, and you can install it. However, we'll just go without doing that at the moment because we want to get some programming done and just to make sure our setup is correct. Press finish. It will now download any updates that are required for the system. I'll let that carry on and come back to you when it's completed. This update process is actually quite clever. It will do this whenever there's an update on the system. So if you start GC Studio and there's been a major update, it will automatically download the patches and the updates for you. So there's no management of the environment anymore. You don't have to worry about zip files and installing things. That's all done automatically. And there's also other ways of applying patches fully automatically. So it's quite a simple process now to manage GC Studio. Once it's completed during the update, it will do some back-end processing. As you can see, there's not a lot on my screen at the moment. So I'll just zoom out to so you can see the whole screen. What it's actually doing is unpacking the software in the background. And eventually it will come up with the, do you want this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? And it's called postupdate.exe. And you say yes. The moment you say yes, it will open up the IDE. Let's zoom in on that desktop. Let me move my desktop about. That is the complete desktop. And this is a sample program. It is a sample program for a PIC 16F886. Anything in green is comments for you to look at. And it's a very simple loop. It's a do loop that flashes an LED on a particular port. Well, let's just make sure it compiles and generates a hexadecimal file. Well, to do that, you can use these icons on the top right hand corner. Let me zoom in on those for you. There are some icons here called Flash. F is for Flash. A is make ASM. H is make a hex. Make hex and Flash. 3 different methods. You can also do that by pressing function key F4 and it will give you a list of all the things that you can do in here, and you will see many of them are the same. Make hex and Flash, open assembly, open, here we go, look, let's look at the makes. Oh, make ASM, make hex and Flash. So I can just press function key F6, which does exactly the same. 3 different ways to do the same thing. Let me zoom out and then we'll see what happens. Zoom back in on the desktop. Just make sure you can see it all. Great. Let's just press function key F6. You get some dialog at the bottom and it says program assembled successfully. 0.3 seconds. It was quite quick. It was very fast. And here is all the debug that happens when it compiles. Later on, I'll show you how to get rid of some of this verbosity. But it essentially says program assembled successfully. Enjoying GC Basic. Go and donate. And here's the donation message. And the total time of assembly there for that particular program was 0.609 of a second. If I push that again, function key F6, total time was a tad faster at 0.6. It's very fast to generate code, and that is generating true assembly, but you don't need to know that because it's actually generated the hex file for you. And if we open that hex file, we can do that quite easily. I'll just take a copy of that file name, file, open a file, and I'll open the hex file with the same just by changing the file name .hex, and here is the hex file. And to be quite frank, I'm going to sort of wreck it for us and save it. If I just pull that across there, I'm going to assemble that again by function key F6, and should have reloaded it for me. Let me reload that again. recent files, hex file, there it is again. So it's recreating the hex file each time, which is pretty fantastic. There we go, installed. We downloaded it. Sorry, we downloaded it, installed it, and used it. Fantastic. Enjoy.